Okay, so we're gonna get acceleration here. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be reviewing the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this Grand Cherokee. This one is available for sale for the time being, and they just got a massive shipment of new Jeeps, Dodges, and Rams as well. And so if you want a vehicle right away and don't want to have to wait 6 to 12 months like what you have to do with a lot of other manufacturers, reach out to them. If you have any questions whatsoever, just ask for Ryan. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.6 liter V6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 295 horsepower and then 260 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go to the front end of the Summit. So first off, you can see we've got the distinctive Grand Cherokee hood where it's like flat in the center and then it kind of falls off on either side. And you guys probably noticed that this one actually has clear bra added to it. And then we've got our Jeep logo there in the center. And then coming down below, we've got our LED daytime running lights with our LED headlights as well. And then we've got the fog lights down below that. Parking sensors integrated here onto the front end. And then you guys can see the coloration here. It has this like brushed aluminum appearance there with Jeep's signature grille. And then you can see it's blacked out down below that. And that's the front end. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 265, 50, 20 in the front and in the rear as well. And I really like the design here on the wheels with the Summit. I think they look absolutely fantastic. Now, one thing that's really cool about the Summit is it comes with air suspension. So I've got it in the off-road mode basically. So it's the highest setting that you can have this in, and yeah, it gives it quite a bit of clearance. Notice with the Fender Flares how those are body painted. You got the Grand Cherokee logo here on the side and then more silver trim down below. Notice the mirrors also blacked out, but notice the trim here. And then this one has the two-tone design with the roof being blacked out. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool. Now here is our key fob. Notice we got the Jeep logo there. We've got our unlock lock function, remote start, and then the opening here for the hatch. Just press that a couple times and it'll pop right open. And popping inside here, first off, you notice we've got this carpeting here, the Jeep logo. And if we pick that up, spare tire just underneath. Like the pattern here on it, kind of interesting. Other than that, this is one of the big benefits of the Grand Cherokee is you've got tons of storage space here in the back. 12 volts right there, and then we also have this nice metallic trim. And then just press that and then I'll lower back the hatch. When you're done, wait for it. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam, done. Now let's finish things up with the rest of the rear. So first off, we've got these signature Grand Cherokee taillights that go into this black trim piece. So it looks like it has a light bar, but it doesn't actually have one. Summit logo right here with our 4x4 badge. Parking sensors here at the bottom. And then I love the covers for the exhaust tips. I think they look pretty good overall. And other than that, there's the back. Now this is where the fun really begins with the Summit. So first off, you guys can see we've got our sunshade right here. We've got the wood trim down below, and I love this design here. And yeah, lots of colors as well. And then we got a couple speakers for the Macintosh sound system. And then here are these seats. Again, full leather, perforated in the center portion with that really funky design. And then popping in, you notice we've got a vent right there. And the seat is pushed back, so that's more accurate, kind of, but that seat's also pushed back as well. Anyways, we've got climate controls here for the rear, so you have a dual zone climate system here in the rear, heated seats as well, vents, USBs, full power outlet, and then we have a cup holder armrest set up, and let's head to the front. Now here is the front door panel. So again, really nice wood trim here. We do have blind spot monitoring here for the mirrors. Memory seat function, that's for the massaging seat function. And then all of our windows are automatic. You can power fold in the mirrors if you want. And then again, that crazy quilted design right there. The rest of the stitching. Another speaker for the Macintosh sound system. Summit right there. And then here are the front seats. Sorry, this is like the worst possible lighting ever. It's just the time of day it is. But really nice quilted design on the bolsters and here on the bottom portion of the seat. Got all of your power adjustments right there. Pedal layout down below. And then we got our parking brake just up above. Light controls right there with the fog light in the center. More nice wood trim here with the leather on the dash. Let's pop in. Here is the steering wheel for the Summit. Really nice leather trim all around with the Jeep logo in the center, and then you can see with the brown contrasted stitching, and then wood trim down below with more contrasted stitching. Paddle shifters here on the back with radio controls just underneath those paddle shifters. We got our controls here for the center stack, and then we do have adaptive cruise control with steering assistance. The nice thing about the Grand Cherokee steering assistance is you just have to pretty much have your hand right here and it will know that your hand's on it. Turn signal stock, windshield wiper stock, and there's the steering wheel. Now here is the center gauge cluster, full digital gauge cluster here with the Summit. Now we can scroll through some different menus, see different bits of info here on the vehicle, which is pretty cool. And we also have like the map display as well. And something also cool about the new Grand Cherokee is you can get like night vision, which is definitely fun. But I think that's the coolest image right there. It shows you the RPMs and then, you know, what setting you're in with the air suspension. Now we do have some different drive modes. So we have an auto that we were just in, sport, and then you go from that to snow, sand, mud, and then you've got a rock mode. And it's cool how it gives you some little animations for all of that. And there you go. Now before we go over the infotainment system, there are a bunch of controls above it. So there's a button for the auto stop start, turn that on or off, lane departure, stability control, hazard lights, parking sensors, parking assistance, and then passenger screen to turn that on or off. And so you guys can hopefully kind of see the whole passenger screen setup right there. A little bit of a gimmick, but you know, it's cool that they have it. Anyways, going over to the infotainment system, if we pop into reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. We have a bunch of different viewpoints out of this because it has a full 360 camera system. We even have a trail cam, even though I doubt anyone would take a Summit off-road. Shortcut bar here at the bottom with the infotainment system. Response time is fantastic with the screen. Really easy to use overall. And other than that, just play with it and you'll figure things out. Now down below we've got analog controls for the radio. We do have heated and cooled seats here for the front and dual zone climate here for the front, just like what you have in the rear. And we have this cover right here that covers our charging area because we got a wireless phone charging pad in there and then a bunch of USB ports. Drive mode select is this little dial right there, or can't call it a dial, I guess we'll call it a tab, I don't know. We do have four-wheel low. This does have a true 2-speed transfer case. We've got our shifter for the 8-speed automatic, the air suspension to adjust that, and then our hill descent control with the neutral. And then we've got a couple cup holders here, and you can see pretty normal center console. Same thing with the glove box. Really love the material use all throughout. Definitely feels top-notch. And then up top we do have a panoramic sunroof. We got all of our controls here for the sunroof, and of course, we got the camera mirror. So we have our window sticker here for this Grand Cherokee, starting price $60,300, and this is called Silver Zenith, which is, yeah, I probably just mispronounced that. Anyways, we've got a few options on this, including the paint color, and this does have the night vision, by the way, which is pretty cool. Anyways, after all options, this one stickers for $67,370. You have a 3-year, 36,000 mile basic warranty, and then a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's go ahead and talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood. Hopefully you guys can now see the heads-up display. Both the mirrors just do have blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. It's cool, you got a bunch of little Jeeps there on the side of the window. That is funky. Anyways, let's set off. Off here in the Grand Cherokee Summit. This is like the uber luxury Grand Cherokee. Now it actually isn't technically the top of the line because it's not the Summit Reserve. That gives you like even more leather and it gives you like a nice headliner and all that kind of stuff. What I will say is that this is probably going to be the one to go for because it's slightly a better value. But anyways, actually setting off here, we're going to pop it from the off-road 2 down into our normal drive mode. So that's what you're probably going to be driving it in when you're driving in regular conditions. Really quiet in terms of the interior. Seat comfort's really good, and you know what, I'm gonna get a massage because we got that massaging seat function. We gotta take full advantage of that. Okay, Raptor wasn't sure what they were doing. Yeah, really smooth, really easy to maneuver. If you guys are wondering, on the excuse me, on the Macintosh sound system, it's a really good sound system. It like has just amazing sound quality, and I think that Jeep did a good job by picking that for the Grand Cherokee, because yeah, definitely works with all your favorite tunes. Now some other stuff here is, I'm just like shocked at how nice the new Grand Cherokee interior is, frankly. Like, this is as nice, if not nicer, than a lot of luxury manufacturers from an interior perspective. You could have used your turn signal, Papa John's, come on. But seriously, it's really nice. It just has this super nice upscale luxury feel to it. I love how it says normal, suitable for most situations. That's awesome. Yeah, the ride quality is so smooth with this air suspension. That's one of the big benefits of getting the air suspension over the traditional suspension, is just slightly better ride quality. I was gonna say, is that Ford Focus gonna... I was about to capture some crazy stuff on the camera here. As that person was walking, Ford Focus was going. Man, Ben Hardy head cam footage is always the best, I feel like. Okay, so we're gonna get acceleration here. Really smooth the gear shifts. Now we're at about 4,500 feet elevation, and this V6 does a great job. I will say my preferred engine living here in Utah is either the 4xe or the 5.7 Hemi. Now the 5.7 Hemi doesn't get as good a fuel economy as this. The 4xe gets the same, if not better, in most circumstances. But yeah, just the extra power feels great. But this is more than enough for most people, and the V6 is still the most popular Grand Cherokee powertrain by far. Almost nobody orders the Hemi, which is kind of interesting. And then the 4xe isn't out quite yet, so time will tell. I think that one will be extremely popular, but we just have to wait. But overall, with the Summit, this basically gives you a full-blown luxury car experience. Like, you're not, the only thing that you are conceding in this case with this vehicle is frankly the brand name, right? That is it. At this point, you could like throw on a Mercedes, you could throw on a BMW, you could throw on an Audi badge, and like, it has like the interior quality, the fit and finish, the looks, the features, like it has everything, right? So it's just a really good value overall. And let me know what you guys think about the new Summit. That's because something's up for our video here on this Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Provo for giving me some time with the Summit. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see you.